C'è qualcuno? Ok, ci siamo. Siamo qui su Back to the Future The Game. Finalmente oggi lo finiremo. Ma visto questo questo speciale a posto di fare altri 10 episodi, finiamolo tutto insieme in live e andare avanti con l'ultimo di GTA 5, una pizza grande pizza, tutte le altre serie che mi posso concentrare di più. Direi non perdiamoci un altro tempo. Nuova partita. Sì, non so gli obiettivi, ovviamente. Telltale Games, non lo sarei mai aspettato, guarda, veramente dopo che era uscito lo scritto Rockstar Games. Presente un'associazione con Activision, non la partnership, vabbè, vedi la vita. Episodio 5, chiamalo Capitolo, vi prego, a un time. Siamo nel laboratorio di Emmet, a quanto pare. Veramente un criminale che casino lo fare quella missione là. Di questa la macchina del cronometro, cosa.
Hello?
Marty, you're awake. Good.
Emmett, where are you?
I'm down at the expo.
Ah,
I
c'è
snuck out early to
l'espo,
avoid my
Gilero.
pop. If he knew I was about to make a publicly scientific spectacle of myself, he'd hit the roof.
Comunque secondo me deve un pochino far pace col padre. C'è basta.
You know, you really should try to work things out with your dad. If you give him a chance, he might just surprise you.
I'll keep that under advisement. But first, I need you to perform an important mission. On the table next to my law books, there's a device plugged into the wall.
I think I see it.
Is it glowing?
Yeah, is that good?
Good. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Glowing means my static accumulator is charged up and ready for action. Bring it down to the high school and we'll... Damn.
What?
It's Edna.
But... Okay, Emmett. One static accumulator coming up.
Eccoci qui. Ma chi è? Ah, lo scemo.
Jeez, Doc, watch out. You almost ran me over.
Sorry about that, Martin. This vehicle is sometimes difficult to control.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay? After that argument about Emmett last night...
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Aggiustato i roghi.
So, how are the time circuits?
Still broken. I've got a few ideas, but I'm occupied with other problems today. So is that what I'm destined to build for the expo?
Yeah, it's a static accumulator. Emmett spent all night building it. Turned out he didn't really need to see Frankenstein after all. He just needed a little push. And some lightning.
Fascinating. I also had an epiphany last night.
Doc?
I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable.
Doc!
It was science.
Voi sareste mai fidati di uno? Cioè, ma allora, sappiamo bene che questo non è il vero Doc. Io sinceramente non ci sarei fidato, infatti Martin mi sa che ha sbagliato. Emmett è un po' tornato a Edna.
You can't want Emmett back with Edna. She used you to turn Hill Valley into a police
Poi
state.
ancora
She
capisci
used my
questo.
science to turn Hill Valley into a
Ma è stata lei.
But
Non
if I don't
avete
become a
fatto la
scientist, she'll
va
never
bene.
get the chance to vent her crazier ambitions.
Sì. La scienza è
You
tutto.
can't give up science. You love science.
Correction. My younger self loves science. But if Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Un'altra strada.
Another path? What other path?
I don't know, architecture, automobile repair,
Sì, guarda,
taxidermy. Maybe I'll even pursue a life in law like my father always was.
sì.
As long as Emmett steers clear of science, Edna and I will be free to be happy together.
Doc, I'm begging you. You haven't thought this through.
Haven't I? I guess we'll both find out. One
Entrambi.
thing's for sure, Emmett Brown's life will be a whole lot less complicated without a time machine in it.
No.
Ecco bene.
What the hell? Where'd it go?
Facciamo solo accumulatore, staticatore. Ecco. Fatti prendere. Vabbè.
Oh, come on.
Eccola.
Here, little static thingy.
Prendilo. E vabbè, ya. Navigamoci. Prendilo.
Gotcha.
Bene. Ora si passa al gameplay magari. Dopo un collegamento. Dove stiamo entrando dentro? Nella scura là. Sì. È sta Trixie là.
The future is coming today.
Allora dopo viene la musica, poi
There's a
anche il
shiny new
microfono.
tomorrow on the way. A day
Non ha
of
senso.
invention is at
Vabbè.
hand. It's a mystic, futuristic wonderland. Just around the bend, my friend, you'll see a dream or two. If you care to dream and dare to dream, your dreams can all come true. There's a world of wonders
Ah, diciamo il tizio nel capitolo non so se ve lo ricordate.
today.
Not
È
bad.
Arthur. Ma Trixie poi non aveva licenziato, non mi
You
pare.
fired her. I found a loophole. What kind of loophole? Just a loophole. You're
A
not the only
loophole.
one who's allowed to have secrets, you know. All right, all right. Say, don't you have to get that whatchamacallit to Emmett Brown's booth? Oh, yeah, right.
Because the future is coming. It's almost here now. The future is coming. It's getting clear now. The future is coming today.
Anche che ci fanno però Edna e Parker davanti al logo di Emmett. Che stanno a fa?
And here he comes, right on cue.
Ma
No
cosa?
doubt he'll try to talk you out of it, Detective, but you mustn't let your resolution waver.
Hello, Crockett.
Dove sta Emmett?
Where's Emmett?
What? Is he missing?
Don't you recognize a ploy when you see one? Now,
Gemma.
do your duty.
Perché?
Wait a minute, that's Emmett's
Successo.
levitator up there.
Oh, don't be so modest. I'd say you deserve at least half the credit. It was you who tricked poor Emmett into breaking up with me. It was you who manipulated him into dropping my project in favor of this clear hazard to public safety.
L'ho rimesso sulla
It
strada
was my
giusta.
plan to get him back to inventing what he should be inventing. What's your point?
Oh, I think you know exactly what my point is. Emmett's invention isn't going to work, is it? At least not the way poor Emmett thinks it is.
How do you know this?
I had a very interesting chat with Carl Sagan last night. I found out who Sonny Crockett really is, and where he
Ma
comes
scemo
from.
questo.
Is there something you want to tell me, Sonny?
Why don't you call him by his real name?
Vabbè, sì.
Yakov Smirnov,
Thanks a lot, Doc.
an
Ok, non è
anarchist,
solo
or an agitator bent on sowing chaos and
Agitatori
destruction in the Hill Valley
stranieri non
Express.
deve fare.
Annie, you don't believe any of this bullshit, do you?
Sorry, Yakov, but I really don't have a choice.
Ecco.
Very good. And now, arrest this subversive.
Come here.
Ma è scemo questo.
Here's the thing. I happen to believe this dame's got a screw loose. But she's been getting some clout in town, ever since that business with Kid Tannen.
But Emmett's gotta fly that electrokinetic levitator at this demo. His whole future depends on it.
And my future depends on making sure he doesn't. The chief reads her column religiously. Well, if I don't do what she says, she's gonna start a campaign to have certain tainted officers removed from the force.
Isn't there anything I can do?
Not unless you've got some dirt on Edna. Something that'll discredit her in the eyes of the law.
Cosa?
Well,
I'll dig something up.
you do that. In the meantime, you and young Mr. Brown better...
Sonno.
Where is he anyway?
Questo è
You haven't
fatto.
seen him?
Emmett? Has this foreign radical done something to my Emmett?
Maybe you should find him.
Oh, you're letting him
Quindi-
go? This radical
Doveva
subversive?
sicuro di
Just like that?
Quindi dobbiamo trovare
Okay,
Emmett
so I gotta find Emmett
e qualcosa su
and do
Edna.
something about Edna.
Vabbè. Tabellone.
Come on, Emmett, where are you?
È tipo gli ultimi questi esibiscono i partecipanti. Poi ci sono questi due, poi ci sta Dan e Parker, pure il poliziotto si esibisce. Emmett. Ok, Emmett è l'ultimo almeno. Sì.
Great.
Hi, Trixie.
That's techni to you, kiddo.
Right.
Vabbè.
Congratulations on getting the old job back.
Thanks. Justice triumphs in the end, you know? Now what can I do you for?
Dimmi nella situazione.
So, which exhibits
Già
do
che
you
abbiamo visto un
recommend?
po' di cose, però.
Popular attractions are the glass house, the
Casa
future
di
furnishings,
vetro,
and of
arredamento
course,
nel futuro.
enlightenment under the sea. You know who that is under the diving helmet? That's
E chi
Jean
è già
Dutton
questo
himself.
Tutux?
Of course, you need to get tickets if you want to see the main attractions.
Come ottengo biglietti?
How much are tickets?
Aw, put your money away. Here, you're kind of like
Okay.
family now, you know?
Thanks.
Dov'è Emmett?
You seen Emmett around? I'm kinda worried that he's not at his booth.
Let me think. Yeah, he wandered down that way a little while ago. He was talking real intense with another guy.
Older guy? Looked a lot like Emmett in the face?
Yeah, uncle or something?
Or something.
Quindi questo qua mi ha andato con... No, che ci può fare? Mo? Cittadino Brown. Garcia, come si chiama? Purtroppo la dimostrazione di Emmett a questo punto.
Look, Emmett's demonstration has hit a snag or two.
Ah.
Can you delay his act for a while? Let someone else go before him?
Sorry, I don't set the roster, and they won't let me change it. I can drag my feet a little, but if your friend's not ready to go on pretty soon, we might have to skip his act. I mean, demonstration.
But you can't.
Hey, it's just a science demo. It ain't a matter of life and death.
In realtà sì.
What
Quando è
time is Emmett
prevista?
supposed to go on?
Let's see, 8 kilobeats past 50.
Oh,
We're on
ok.
metric time here at the Hill Valley Expo.
Edna ha fatto chiudere lo
Edna
stand.
Strickland is
boh.
trying to get Emmett's booth shut down.
That dame don't know how to mind her own business, does she?
Allora,
Is there anything you can
Just
do
you know.
to get Emmett's booth open again?
I wish there was, but I'm just amused. All we can do is inspire people.
Spirami.
Okay, you're amused. Can you inspire me an idea?
I'll try. Well,
Maybe it doesn't take effect right away.
Come hai ottenuto il lavoro?
Already told me how you managed to get your old job back.
he did, but it was supposed to be a secret.
There's no secrets between us. He couldn't resist telling such a good story.
Yeah?
Still, I'd like to hear it again, from your point of view.
He didn't tell you anything.
Come on, Trixie. I'm dying to know how you got the job back.
You won't hear it from me. I don't talk out of turn.
Thanks.
Chissà,
Happy to help.
chissà come ha fatto. Non qua che ci sta. Radio a immagini.
Are you ready for a picture radio? Wonder if that's anything like MTV.
Bello. Questa qua cosa tipo della polizia, disattiva l'esibizione di Parker. Arma
I've
futuristica.
got
The electro pacifier.
amazing, isn't it? They say one day we'll be able to stun fleeing criminals by shocking them at a distance.
Does it work?
Bello.
It's just a model.
E pianta nel vaso.
Now, there was
A potted plant? What's this got to do with law enforcement?
Beh,
A potted plant?
no, tipo
Law
è
enforcement.
un registratore.
No, a plant, but it's got a wire recorder hidden inside, see? If we could have got one of these into Tannen's speakeasy, and if he's the kind of guy who talks to plants, we could have busted him
Forse per
along.
guardare le piante. Questo è il fatto. Penso che qualcuno ami parlare delle piante. Cabina telefonica. Vediamo.
Welcome to the phone booth of the future,
Il
made with
futuro.
Atlas glass.
Dietro
Atlas,
Atlas.
unbreakable and soundproof. Our phone is hands-free, so you can enjoy a sandwich or a cigarette while chatting with friends in perfect privacy. Would you
Interessante.
like to place a call?
Yes, I'd like to talk to.
Unfortunately, this phone booth only accepts incoming calls.
Ok. Dici che solamente quello che senso ha. E beh, almeno c'è il numero. Ci potrebbe servire. Andiamo a vedere qualche attrazione strana. Andiamo a tornare nella casa del futuro.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow, where a man's home is truly his castle.
Ma c'è una pianta vedente uguale a quella della polizia. Ma pure questa sente. Pure questa c'è il registratore.
This plant doesn't belong here. There's nothing futuristic about it.
No? Vabbè. Però sta salvando qualcosa, quindi è come se ci servisse. Vabbè. Ci sono dei pulsanti. Rosso.
In the house of the future, fresh fruit
Cesti di frutta fresca.
daily by fleets of
No, non ne voglio gli elicotteri porta frutta in casa, grazie.
Oh, it's wax.
Poi di cera. Frutta di cera, no, grazie. E vediamo gli altri bottoni. Bottone verde.
In the house of the future, phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone.
Elmetto telefonico.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial.
Ah, qua si può pure chiamare almeno.
To terminate your phone helmet experience.
Tipo, posso chiamare la cabina telefonica tenuta a Brown. Vabbè, non vedo nessuno ora.
Conversation terminated.
Greetings again,
Chi è?
mortals. This is Techno
ciao, musa del
News
progresso,
and
che
Progress. Hoping you're all having a swell time taking in all the exhibits. Don't forget, you can purchase tickets to our main
Comprare,
attractions
tutte le date
right here at
gratis,
the
come fanno lì.
information booth.
No, è già fatto uno. Vediamo il bottone blu ora. Almeno facciamo qualcosa di utile.
The house of the future comes equipped with a
Moderno, scene di intrattenimento. Non lo
Chinese
vogliamo.
checkers and everything.
Vabbè. Mi sa che non ci serve a niente sta casa del futuro. L'orologio?
I think that's supposed to be a clock.
Vabbè. Vediamo invece qua l'acquario.
Under this.
Here's my ticket. Give me a ride in that thing.
Thank you, monsieur. I hope you will find your trip to the bottom of the sea most enlightening.
Bello. È andato dentro. Ah, non ti fa vedere proprio mentre sei dentro. Così. Interessante.
Well,
Heavy.
monsieur has a way with words.
Heavy.
Enlightenment awaits you under this.
Ci posso parlare con questo? Palombaro, come si
Excuse
chiama?
me, Mr.
Duto, Jacques Duto, at your service.
Avvistamento Brown.
I'm looking for a friend of mine, Emmett Brown. Tall young guy, reddish brown hair.
Distracted look.
That's him. Any idea where he went?
He just passed by here with an older gentleman. I think he
Casa di
arrived
vetro.
at the House of Glass.
Great.
È l'unico voto in cui non siamo andati. Cioè, posso vedere qualcos'altro? Cioè, avevo scritto
Mr.
qualcos'altro sotto.
Duteau?
Oui?
Posso fare un giro? Chi sei? No, non lo sappiamo già.
See you around.
Tizio ostile.
How about an algae cake?
Sure thing, mister.
Wait a minute. You're the guy that makes the algae cakes? What? I thought you couldn't stand them.
Hey, you're the guy who tried to pick up on my Eunice.
Oh, for the love of...
No algae cakes for you, Buster.
Vabbè, tanto vivo lì. Arthur.
Hey,
Sai
Artie,
qualcosa tu?
What do you think? Quite a setup, huh?
the expo? Sure, but I was wondering.
Emmett nella casa di vetro.
Emmett's in the glass house with Carl Sagan.
Then you found him. Oh, good.
Ma
Good.
che seghe
Sagan's
non
gonna make
è.
him miss his demo.
What are you, his mother? I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Possiamo ritardare il
Is
nostro
there any way you can
personaggio.
delay Emmett's demo? He ran into some last-minute turbulence.
Emmett's already pushed his luck by substituting this electrokinetic what's-this for the mental alignment meter he was supposed to be showing. I can't alter his place on the roster, too. The board would get the idea I was showing favoritism.
Vabbè. Me lo puoi far riaprire lo stand.
Edna Strickland got Officer Parker to close Emmett's booth down.
What? Why?
She claims his invention is dangerous.
Is it?
That's not the point.
Vabbè, come ha fatto che riuscire a
Come
vedere
on, you can tell
quello?
me. How did you manage to get Trixie her job back? I thought her being Canadian was a deal breaker.
If something's really important to you, you find a way. You ought to know that.
Vabbè,
See you around.
andiamo a controllare la casa di vetro allora. Eccoli qua.
Hey! Emmett, come out of there. Don't listen to him. Perfect.
Andiamo, torniamo nella casa.
Welcome to the Atlas House of
Ah, volevo
Glass,
questa di Atlas.
domestic life.
Okay, Emmett, let's get you out of here. Emmett! Emmett, don't listen to him. He's crazy.
Beh,
I'm still not sure about this business proposal,
proposta
Mr.
da
Sagan.
affari.
Let me explain it again.
Atlas Glass, unbreakable.
Sonorizzato, bene.
Soundproof glass. Great.
Our living space can be configured to meet the needs of any family. Need a private study? Simply slide the walls in, or slide them out again to create a spacious banquet hall.
Vabbè. Maniglia. Andiamo. Non si apre. È tipo un labirinto, dobbiamo muovere questo. Dobbiamo andare di qua. Di qua. Di qua. E anche di qua. Non posso andare. Allora noi dobbiamo andare giù magari. Non lo so. Mi sto confondendo. Qua. Ok, ora si apre. Qua. Qua. Non si apre. Allora, chiudiamo questo. Così possiamo aprire questo. No.
Something's blocking it.
Cosa? Questo?
The This is more complicated than it looks. I moved that first wall. I opened one
Il
passage,
primo
but I
muro
locked
è
another.
quello indietro. Non lo fa di nuovo. La mossa ce l'abbiamo aperta, quindi devo tipo, visto? Devo chiudere questa. E ora che ho chiuso questa, vado qui e posso aprire questa, in teoria. Sì. Eccoli là. No, il robo l'ha fatto addormentare. Ecco, bene. E andiamo. Come faccio ad andare? Allora, devo muovere questo. Di qua. Poi tornare di qua. Muovere questo. E muovere questo. E poi andiamo, ok? Dove stanno? Andiamo qua nella casa di futuro.
Emmett?
Ma che sta a fare per allungare
You
la
can take
tira?
him now, Doc.
Se va a ballare, che sta a fare?
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a tall, thin, older gentleman. He might have been with a tall, thin, younger gentleman.
I know just who you're talking about. Hey, just left. Not
Ma
how
questo
long
è...
ago.
Ma è Doc palesemente.
You might catch that.
I know you're in there, Doc.
Doc? Yes, I am a doctor of marine biology, but I fail to understand what.
Quit fooling around, Doc. What have you done with Emmett?
Stop! Help! I'm being attacked!
Sonny! What are you
No,
doing?
immagino
You
di
can't
ritornare
assault
dove
the
vedo la
exhibitors?
You don't understand. He's kidnapped Emmett.
The boy's obviously confusing.
I'll say he is.
You want I should toss him out on his ear?
That won't be necessary. Do you know who that is? That's Jacques Duteau of the Ocean
magari.
Institute.
Ma è
No,
diventato
it's not.
Doc,
It's-
come
Please
io.
keep it down. The Expo went through a lot of trouble and expense to secure Professor Duteau. We can't afford to antagonize him. But if you've got a complaint against him, we can straighten it out after the show. But if you make another scene like that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have you expelled from the hall.
Professor
Professor
Dux.
Duteau, huh?
At your service.
Dov'è Dodux?
What have you done with the real Professor Duteau?
I'm not sure I like your insinuations.
I'm not sure I like you kidnapping Emmett.
Perhaps I should call the authorities and have you removed
sì.
from the hall.
You're a cold-blooded guy, Duteau.
C'est la vie.
Togliti il casco.
Take off your helmet.
I prefer to leave it on. The inland air is difficult on my sinus.
Sì.
Where'd
Interessante.
you stash Emmett? In the diving bell?
It's called a bathysphere.
E quindi è là.
So Emmett is in the
I
bathysphere.
don't know what you're talking about.
Allora andiamo.
I think I'm gonna take a closer look at that bathysphere.
Not without a ticket, I'm afraid.
Ma c'era come il biglietto.
Hey! Is this guy trying to bum a free ride?
No.
See that you don't. Feels good to be on the right side of the law.
Non lo tengo il biglietto, non faccio vedere. Però se la dai Twix ci vedete un nastro intero.
You're not gonna get away with this, you know.
As they say in my country, que sera,
Adesso vedi io la sera, Inventario.
Next up on
No,
our
ragazzi,
roster, a
ragazzi.
man who saw the possibilities in pond scum. Welcome, Ernest Philpott.
Che è?
Thanks, Trixie.
Ah, è quella delle alghe. Sì, sarà proprio una cosa bellissima. Pianta in vaso, ancora non credo cosa sono fa questa pianta comunque, perché se ci aveva salvato un motivo c'era.
Here's my
Beh, Doc,
ticket.
ecco
I
qua.
want to see inside that bathysphere.
I don't think so.
Perché?
What do you mean? I've got a ticket. You have to honor my ticket.
It's the wrong kind of ticket.
Come ti il biglietto sbagliato?
Give me a break.
Ma che lo crede?
And I am here to present my discoveries to a disbelieving world.
Comunque cosa facciamo con questa pianta?
Is the next wave in the
Comunque mettere tutto per prendere la batisfera, no?
algae is just loaded with
Io volevo, mettiamo le piante sulle piante. Prendiamo questa pianta, la sostituiamo.
A through J, along with enough protein to choke a horse.
Così magari abbiamo degli istruttori per tutti questi. Non se ne accorge? No. È poco. Però che non mi aiutano, dai. Grandioso, ora ci fece tutto il sala. Parlerà solo se deve dare. Posso mettere la pianta nella cabina telefonica, questa qui. E può chiamare Edna. Magari per ingannarla. Perché soprattutto per Emmett devo pure ingannare Edna nel frattempo. Per scoprire qualcosa che abbia fatto di illegale. Allora possiamo fingerci tipo Carsiger, non lo so. Magari facciamo di qualcosa, visto che quella dice che comunque sono interessati.
On our list is Officer Danny Parker of the Hill Valley Police Force. Officer Parker is going to demonstrate a few of the many marvelous tools that our boys in blue will soon have at their disposal. The criminal element has truly met his match today. Officer Parker? It seems our next exhibitor is unavoidably detained. I'm sure this presentation would have been both enlightening and exciting. How about a round of applause just for the heck of it? Thank you, Ernest. Do be sure to drop by his booth and sample an algae cake. I have, and it was very interesting. I will be back later to highlight another of our fine exhibitors. See you soon.
Allora andiamo a chiamare. Chiamiamo di far funzionare questo piano. Poi vediamo come fare per il fatto di M. Magari possiamo dirlo o a Felix o a Arthur, il fatto che quello lì sta venendo a scammarlo.
Where a man's home is truly his castle. Mere gratification is just always a push of a button away.
Non mi sbaglierà il verde del telefono. Verde. Ci c'era pure scritto del telefono.
Phone conversations will be completed in the privacy of the personal phone helmet.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial, or say hang up to
Voglio
terminate your
chiamare la
phone helmet
cabina
experience.
strana, no? Cabina del futuro.
Contact 4253.
Facciamo passare di se possibile.
Hill Valley Expo, where the future is coming today. This
Ciao.
is Techni News of Progress. To whom am I speaking?
Posso dire Cassigan?
This
Cassigan.
is Carl Sagan.
C'è pure la voce, wow.
Mysterious Mr. Sagan. What do you want?
Posso parlare con Edna?
Can you
Quando
put
il piano
Edna Strickland
funziona.
on the phone for me?
Mi ricordo dove al momento ci sia registratura nascosta, dove dire.
Somebody actually
Così in
wants
caso
to
che
talk
Edna
to
dice
you.
qualcosa viene registrato e lo faccio sentire a Parker.
Mr. Sagan, I didn't expect to hear from you again till after the expo.
You didn't?
Yes, wasn't that part of our plan?
Sì, il
Yes,
piano.
our plan. About that plan.
Parlami del piano.
I'm a little unclear on the details of our plan.
Unclear, but it's your plan.
I mean, I'm worried that you're a little unclear on the details.
What details? All I'm supposed to do is use my poll with Detective Parker to get Emmett's demonstration canceled while you keep Emmett distracted. You
Questo è
are
già una
keeping
cosa.
him distracted, aren't
Se lo
you?
sente
Oh,
Parker.
yes, he's a very distractible young man.
That's what I keep telling everyone.
I piani sono
There's
cambiati.
been a change of plan.
What?
Yes, I've changed my mind. I think we should let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
But You told me it could be dangerous, and that Yakov Smirnov was a foreign agitator, that the only way he could get Emmett back would be to scoop him up after his dreams were shattered, and so on and so forth.
I said a lot of things, but I was a little crazy at the time. The important thing is, now I think you should let Emmett go ahead with his little demonstration.
Oh, I get it.
What?
It's Comrade Smirnov, isn't it? He's gotten to you.
No! I really want Emmett to go ahead with his demo.
Don't worry, Carl. You can count on me.
Va bene. Il tuo oscuro segreto? Cos'è?
Regarding, you know what?
You know what?
The little matter we were whispering about yesterday.
Oh, that! As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought it
Cosa?
up. I was thinking, wouldn't it be a good idea to pin it all on Yakov Smirnov?
Ma cosa?
Pin what on him exactly?
You know, it!
It.
Oh, I get it. You're still sore about going to jail.
Di no!
That was the dog's fault. If he hadn't come glumping up to me right after I started the fire, I could have gotten clean away. And I never would have had to divert suspicion to you.
She's the speakeasy arsonist.
Is somebody with you?
It's just you and me. You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them. Every night they'd open up their doors serving illegal drinks and loose women, flaunting their depravity to the world, and the authorities did nothing. So I did what any right-thinking, rock-willed woman would do. I took action. Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames. Where was I?
You were explaining why you burned down the speakeasies.
Yes. Did you find my answer to your liking?
It was very revealing. Hang up.
What?
Perfetto.
Jeez, Edna was always a loon.
Cosa fu Edna? È
That
qualcosa
confession's
di
good
bello
enough for
che...
Parker.
Cioè, questo probabilmente ti spiega tutto ciò che è successo dall'inizio. Cioè, pensate. Dall'inizio era sempre stata dietro Edna. Cioè, ma io non ci posso credere. Prendiamo il registrato dopo, senti subito.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
I think a lot of people are going to be interested in that answer.
Specialmente una bella persona chiamata Detective Daniel Parker, che sarà molto interessata per il contenuto di questa innocua piantina.
He's a...
Hey, Danny.
Do you mind, comrade? We're busy trying to protect the expo from the likes of you.
This'll only take a minute.
Our plant recorder. It's not a good idea to steal police property, you know.
Listen.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Detective Parker, surely you're not going to believe this crudely manufactured forgery of a recording.
I'm not sure what to believe, ma'am. But based on this crudely manufactured forgery, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station to answer a few questions about your whereabouts on the night of the speakeasy fires.
Oh, very well. Heavens, what's that?
Vabbè.
You know, one of these days I should really stop bothering that.
Hey, does this mean that the barricades can come down from Emmett's booth? Let's take that as a yes. Somebody's got to help me deal with Doc.
Proviamo a parlare con Trixie. Parliamo con Trixie.
Hi, Trixie.
Now, what can I do you for?
Mi metto nella battisfera, giusto?
See that bathysphere? Emmett's inside that bathysphere.
That's nice.
Nice? He's a captive.
Of Jacques Duteau?
Of Carl Sagan.
I think I've got what you need. The Hill Valley Expo may prove overwhelming to those of a delicate disposition. If you are feeling confused or disoriented, try these simple steps. 1. Put your head between your knees.
Never mind. Thanks anyway.
Edna è eliminata.
I don't think Edna's gonna be an obstacle anymore.
So she was the speakeasy arsonist after all. Kid was right.
I don't think so. Thanks.
Allora proviamo a parlare con Arthur per il fatto che non ci accetta i biglietti, il doc te l'ho vestito. Altrimenti non so come fa, sinceramente. Devo prendere aiuti.
Hey, Artie.
Scusa, era qua non accetto il mio biglietto,
This
perfetto.
ticket should get me into any exhibit on the floor, right?
Sure, that's a P ticket.
Well, the guy at the aquarium is refusing to honor it.
There must be some mistake. Come on, let's straighten this out. Professor Duteau, this young man claims you refused to take his ticket.
Not at all. I'm only too happy to
sì.
use the ticket. Please, climb the ladder, and I will raise the bathysphere. Mon Dieu, what is the matter? The gears.
Sì, sono bloccati, sicuro.
I am afraid I cannot raise the bathysphere at this moment.
What a shame.
Yes, it is. Well, I will work on the problem. Perhaps if you come back later.
Che cosa, sì. Parte ragazzi.
Hiya, folks. It's me, Techni, Muse of Progress, gracing you once again with my presence. And speaking of presents, what better gift could Hill Valley offer the world than this magnificent science and technology exhibit? Hey, folks? If you haven't done so already, I urge each and every one of you to take a peek at Furnishings of the Future, right here in our main hall. Tickets are available from me, Techni, at our information desk.
Tocca a Emmet, dobbiamo muoverci. Aiuto, che posso fare? Potrebbe non avere a cuore l'interesse di Emmet, ma ovviamente fare male alla sua controparte. Parti non fare male al mio Emmet, perché il loro brano non stati per certo. Sulla piattaforma sali sul tubo dell'area della batisfera. Così. Sì, così se perde anche l'elemento dentro, perde pure l'elemento del futuro. Cioè il cittadino Brown, e quindi per non morire dovrà per forza alzare dalla batisfera, visto che non è bloccato. Ci sta fingendo. Perché ovviamente così perde l'aria. Ci sembra che la prendendo lui l'aria, guarda un po'.
It does if there's somebody inside the bathysphere, but I thought you said there wasn't anybody in the bathysphere.
There's not.
Tra l'altro Arthur qui che guarda così.
Can't you see he's messing with us? There's nothing wrong with those gears.
Monsieur Duteau is doing his best to fix the exhibit. Hovering over him like that doesn't help the situation any.
I command you uncrimp that hose.
No.
Funny. You'd think it was you who was running out of air, not the guy in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's as if you two were connected somehow.
Step off the hose.
No.
Raise the bathysphere, Doc.
I won't do it.
Then neither will I.
Cazzina. Ha capito che se non la alza muore. Wow, sono sbloccati.
There, see? It was just a malfunction after all.
Voi immaginate Emmet non c'è? No, quello sicuro. Eccolo infatti.
Let's get you out of there.
Emmett
Giusto in tempo per l'esibizione.
Then it was true.
Ecco che scappa.
Hey, you.
Avevi visto che era caldo, sega nell'occhio, cittadino Brown.
I think he took his wallet.
Citazione dalla
Remind
Capitolo
me
2.
not to become an oceanographer. I guess I must have a touch of claustrophobia. Never should have gone in
Well,
there.
we've all got problems. Now, you'd better get back to your booth
Funny
before...
thing is, I don't even remember going in there. Last thing I recall, I was in the glass house talking to Carl Sagan. Did you know he's really a scientist?
I'd heard. What did he say to you?
Oh, he had some sort of spur-of-the-moment business proposition. It was all very rush. I never got the details. It would have meant leaving before the expo was over, so I told him that... Say, where'd he go? Do you know?
Carl Sagan? He had to leave. One of his experiments blew up on him.
No, I know how that is.
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techne, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once again to highlight one of the great minds who was hard at work building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
But are you ready?
No, I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Great. Come on, let's get up there.
He's been hard at work dreaming up gizmos and banging them together in his garage. And who knows? One of this kid's gizmos just might take off and change the life of everybody in town. Could it be the very thing he's brought to share with us today? It wouldn't be the first time the world was changed by a kid barely out
That
of
ought to do it. Are the block bearings all in the raised position?
Block bearings. Raised position. Check.
Then it looks like all systems are go. Wish me luck.
Don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Emmett Brown.
Objection!
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Lathrop Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of his father. Where is he? Hand him over this instant! Are you up there? You don't think you can shelter him?
Se n'è andato.
Emmett's gone. You just missed him.
Young man, I've been sitting on the bench of Hill Valley Criminal Court for 15 years. I can smell a dissembler a mile away. Now, are you going to turn him over, or will I have to use force?
Don't antagonize him.
Well, if you're not going to say anything...
So he is up there with you?
Thanks a lot.
Son, I order you to come down from there this second.
Giudice Brown.
I want to speak to my son.
Emmett's not ready to talk to you directly.
Oh, I suppose you're his mouthpiece.
I guess so, yeah.
È determinato a proseguire.
You can't talk him out of it. His mind is made up.
So, if talking won't work, there's always threatening.
Vabbè.
If I can say so, sir, the problem is you're coming on too strong. You intimidate him.
I don't intimidate him enough. That's the problem.
Can't you have it out later?
You mean after he's gone through with this ridiculous stunt?
Yeah?
No!
Vabbè.
Stay right there.
I'm not going anywhere.
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
Vabbè.
Just go deal with him. What have you got to lose?
That's what they said to Custer.
E qual è il tuo piano?
So, what's your plan?
I just stand here like this indefinitely. After a few centuries, the process of petrification will set in, and that'll be that.
Okay, that is a plan.
Maybe
he'll give you a fair chance to explain yourself. He is a judge, after all.
Yes, a judge who's already passed sentence. He won't listen to me. He never has.
I'll be right back.
Giudice.
So, is your client prepared to make a statement?
Dice che non vuole ascoltarlo.
He says it's no use talking to you. You never listen?
That only shows how pig-headed he is. Of course I'll listen. If he can justify his craziness, I'll be only too happy to indulge it.
Stay right there.
You dare to disobey the...
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
Ascolta, dai. Promesso che ti avrebbe ascoltato.
You heard him. He said he'll listen to you.
Well...
At least give it a shot.
Father?
Son?
You've never understood the first thing about
vabbè.
me. All you want to do is step on me, squelch my natural instincts.
Understand?
You don't know what it's like to be
What's
young.
understand?
You don't know
You're
what
a
it's like
big
to have
overgrown
dreams, to have
baby who
ambitions
wants
so
everything his
great
own
and
way.
so powerful that
Scratched
they've
you.
got
I
a life
should
of
have
their
scratched
own.
you
And
instead of
it's
letting
all
your
you
mother
can do to
indulge
hang on for
every
dear
word of your
life while they
cockamamie
gallop
Sei
off
uscito
with their
niente.
mouth.
Don't chalk
This
it up there,
is
you
America,
writer.
Pop.
If I
And
was
in
like your
America,
age,
a
my
person
father would
doesn't
have given me
have
a
to do what his
sound
father
thrashing.
did.
And good
Isn't
for
that
him.
why you came to America? To live where there wouldn't be so many rules? Well, we talked. Are you happy?
Vabbè.
Please, you gotta get out of Emmett's way.
I have yet to hear a compelling or even coherent reason why.
È importante per Emmett.
See, Your Honor, it's just that this demo is so important to Emmett.
A childish kerfuffle. He'll forget all about it in 2 weeks.
No, forse tempo 54
I'm
anni,
afraid of.
devo scrivere anche al tempo, direi.
Emmett's just...
Stubborn, willful, single-minded, incorrigible, and obsessed.
Okay, but if you look at it from the right angle, those traits are kinda... good.
Dai,
That
per un
may be
attimo.
your angle, Sonny, but I'm not so sure it's the right one. Make no mistake, those are traits that lead to trouble. He gets them from his mother.
È importante per il futuro.
Look, Your Honor, you don't see it, but there's an awful lot riding on Emmett's demonstration.
All the more reason why I've got to put a stop to it. Look me in the eyes, young man. I expect you know my son pretty well by now. Do you seriously think his exhibition is going to be a success?
Forse perché il primo non tanto, ma almeno sarà la prima cosa che fa col fulmine e sicuramente darà molte idee per cose future, tra cui la DeLorean, macchina del tempo. Quindi direi sì comunque.
Sure it will.
Ha! You know as well as I how it'll end. Disaster!
Ma anche se fosse.
Maybe not,
Ecco, lo
but
dicevo
even
tu.
if it does, I mean, isn't Emmett entitled to make a few mistakes?
Emmett has exceeded his quota for one lifetime. It's my job as his father to see to it there are no more mistakes.
Mi sono di libertà.
Emmett's just trying to make a name for himself. Maybe things were different when you were a kid, but nowadays you gotta take chances.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving to a strange country where you don't speak the language with only $2 to your name.
You?
You bet your socks, me, and I made out all right, too.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time?
Papa? He was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
Quello che stai facendo tu pure a Emmett ora.
So your father didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa never really understood the younger generation. He came around a bit in the end, but by then it was too late to. Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
Emmett?
Here to play peacemaker again, Pollyanna?
Dice che sei come tua madre.
He says you get your stubbornness from your mother.
Well, that's the limit. He's not satisfied with insulting me. He's got to drag my mother through the dirt, too. Mother isn't at all like me. She's gentle and sweet and endlessly patient. If anything, I'm more like...
Meglio più che altro. Ok.
You were starting to say that you're like...
Skip it.
Can it be that you and your dad?
No. Next subject.
Emmett, stop being a dope. You've got your pride, okay, I get it. And so does he, but what's the harm in trying to make peace with the guy? He's your family, and family's important. Sometimes it's, well, even more important than we realize.
May I come up?
So, you think my new invention is a disaster waiting to happen?
Yes, yes I do. And I'm here to say, if any son of mine is going to make of himself a public disaster, I insist on being there to support him.
Bob. You're gonna change your tune once you see this baby go airborne. You see, the force field generated by the static accumulator. Marty, give Trixie the signal. We're ready for liftoff.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that unavoidable delay. And now the Hill Valley Expo is pleased as punch to present Mr. Emmett Brown and his electrokinetic levitator.
Cosa sta succedendo?
Hey, stop! Get back here!
No, sto sfruttando anche il tempo. No, ma se questo è arrivato a 88 lì. Li stavo uscendo di nuovo. Cazzi che non vuoi chiamare.
Thought I could change her. Things could be different.
Secondo me...
Forget about it. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc!
Go away!
But...
Move! Marty!
Oh my God! Doc! Say something.
Chromium, lithium, potassium, iridium, titanium, ruthenium.
I'll get help.
Newspaper.
What? You mean...
Avventura locale con la chiave della città.
Gonna get you to a hospital, Doc. You're gonna be okay.
Yes. Oh, I think I am going to be okay, Marty.
No, come on, Doc. Doc, don't do this. Don't go.
No.
Doc,
Ovviamente è sparito
come
perché
back.
tocca cambiare la sua direzione. Ora si è dedicato più alla scienza, alla cervello, quindi è sparito il cittadino Brown.
Doc?
Il suo cazzo di bella versione alternativa non è stata cancellata.
Marty,
A
have you been
posto,
out here the
c'è
whole
solo un
time?
po' di fumo che esce, sai?
Emmett, is it over already?
Oh, it's over, all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. If I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. Oh, what was I thinking? Naturally, the ionic wind generated by an electromagnet of that size will play havoc with a merely mechanical steering mechanism. We need a much more advanced control system. I wonder if we could find a way to translate the body's own gravitational field into electrokinetic force. One might be able to direct the ionic current simply by shifting one's weight. Oh, great Scott, that's it!
And you're not discouraged?
Discouraged? By what? You mean what happened in there? Oh, that was a learning experience.
Wow.
The way I see it, it's those little mistakes along the way that advance us along the pathway of knowledge. Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's get back to the lab and... I'm sorry, is something wrong?
No, a posto.
No, nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. What?
You're a complete mystery to me, Marty. Where you come from, what you're doing here. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever it is, it does have something to do with me.
Please, Emmett, don't ask any...
What's this?
No.
Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
Okay, here goes.
con la tua explanation.
What's that?
An explanation. But you've got to promise me, don't look at it until you get the key to the city.
Huh?
Emmett!
Just promise.
Emmett! Where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can't understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Okay, I promise. Wait, I will see you again, right?
Ci vediamo tra 50 anni.
Guarantee it.
Yeah. Doc. Ma che tempo ce l'hai? A proposito, mo che è successo a Fonenda? Doc. È solo l'originale Doc. Non lo vedevamo dal capitolo 2.
You were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
How was the ceremony?
Long. You've got a theatrical way of sending messages.
Only way I could do it without messing up your timeline.
Very clever. But what are you doing in 1931?
I came to stop you from marrying Edna.
Edna Strickland? I could never marry her. I mean, she was my first love, but after she broke my heart and tried to sabotage my career, I never saw her again. Never mind, it's better I don't know. Let's just get back to 1986. That is, unless your presence has caused any other time anomalies.
No. Well, I'm still a little confused about mine.
Where is he? Where's that no-good son of mine? He's not worthy of the McFly name. You seen my Artie anywhere?
Artie McFly?
That's the one. Just got a call from Melvin at the city records office. He tells me the dad blamed fool's gone and got himself hitched to a Canadian floozy. Can you believe it?
Hitched?
Married.
No, sposare un figlio. Era la nonna di Marty. Ma è un casino
So
così.
that's how she got her job back. He's married the wrong grandma. I mean, Trixie's not my grandma. And if she's not my grandma, I'm not me. Wait, that was great-grandpa Willie. I met him when he was a baby. He peed on me. Holy crap, Doc, I'm gonna disappear again.
Calm down, Marty. You seem reasonably solid right now. Whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can undo it with the help of...
That car!
Great.
Ciao.
How the hell did she get back here?
She?
You? You're not Edna. What's going on here? Is this some plot to put me in the nut house?
No, it's all very simple, Danny.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Tell me, did I or did I not just chase Edna Strickland off in this car?
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well...
Wait, Edna Strickland just disappeared in the DeLorean?
If that's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great
No.
Scott!
Dove è andato? È arrivato a 108
Marty,
milioni.
do you have any notion what date she might have jumped to?
Quella
Not
è
at all,
pure
Doc. See,
brutta.
that DeLorean's time circuits are out of whack. They could jump to any date at all.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's just hope she jumped into the future. The far future. If she's jumped into the past...
You think she might mess up the time stream? Wait a minute. This is Edna. Of course she would mess up the time stream.
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
Dove è andato?
Uh-oh.
Che succede? Sta sparendo tutto. Che succede? Cos'è? È sparito il Valley.
Doc? Did we just leave Hill Valley?
No, I believe Hill Valley just left us.
How?
Something must have happened to it. A long
Che ha
time ago.
combinato Edna. Chi è? Ancora il padre di Arthur.
Well, now you two look at my lost. Hey, what on earth is that thing?
Ti ha dato piccola chicca.
Oh, it's an
William
experimental vehicle.
questo
Pay it no
qui
mind.
è doppiato
Maybe you
da
can
Michael
help
J.
us.
Fox. Giusto per curiosità. Dov'è il Valley?
We're looking for Hill Valley.
Well, which is it, a hill or a valley?
No, it's a
No,
town.
Hill
It's a
Valley.
town called Hill Valley.
Hill Valley, a town? Say, I think I once heard that there was a town here a long time ago. Don't know much about it, though.
Ma è
Just as I
successo?
suspected.
Cosa è successo?
What happened to Hill Valley?
Oh, heck, I don't know. That was all before I was born.
Then
Quindi prima dell'85.
must have happened at least 45 years ago.
Nobody much cares to settle around here nowadays. My dad tried to buy a farm in this area years ago, but he got run off by Scary Mary.
Scary
Yeah.
Mary.
Well, that's what
Chi
we
è
all call
Scary
her.
Mary?
Lives a couple miles from here. I make a monthly drop at her place. She's a fiend for news. Takes all the papers in the county, never throws one away. Say, if there's
Io
anybody
voglio
who can tell you what
molto
happened to Hill
Edna.
Valley.
Ma non è Edna.
Can you direct us to her?
It's imperative that we talk to her.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm pretty sure she won't talk to you.
Dici dov'è? Ci riusciamo.
I think she'll talk to me. I'm pretty good with women.
The thing of it is, guys, Mary's older than dirt, but she's also a little tetched, if you catch my drift. She doesn't like strangers.
I'm sure we can handle her.
We'll be very polite. Please, we gotta see her.
Well, okay, if you insist. Take a right turn just after the
destra,
bridge,
subito dopo il
then follow the
punto.
wheel ruts till they come to an end. You'll have to go the last quarter mile on foot. Good luck, and don't say I didn't warn you.
Devo aver avvertito.
I'll be kicking
Scusate.
myself for sending you up there.
Can I drive?
Vabbè. Caricamento. Questa è la casa. Attenzione ai gatti.
Mary Pickford.
No, è strano. Questa è la DeLorean. No. E allora è Edna. Wipe your feet. Non sollicitos. Go away. Entriamo. Cos'è sta roba? Una trappola? No, Edna, c'ha pure il megafono, è lei.
We were wondering if you could tell us.
I don't talk to hooligans!
On a very friendly sort.
Doc, that was Edna.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle her. Just remember, we need to know what happened to Hill Valley, and just as importantly, the precise time when it happened.
Possiamo fare, ribussiamo, andiamo di nuovo sul filo.
Hey, Miss Strick...
Who are you?
Sonny Crockett.
Sonny Crockett.
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
But we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
Una volta è stato il fammi arrestare, una volta ti ho salvato la vita, pure è vero. Una volta mi ha intervistato. Tutte acceso bene, quindi viene a caso.
He tried to have me arrested once, a long time ago. Remember?
In realtà proprio oggi.
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past!
Va
Or
bene.
the future, neither. I don't talk about any day but today.
Appunto stiamo parlando tipo di oggi, però oggi.
She doesn't talk about the past.
Insomma,
Because there's something in her past she's trying to
una cosa
forget.
nel passato sta cercando di
Go
dimenticare.
ahead, knock on the door again.
Ok. Bussiamo alla porta. Cammina, Marti, per bussare.
What?
It's me again, your old friend.
How do I know you?
E poi la scorsa questa giornata insieme.
We spent the day together
We did? Where?
at the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date. Well, what are you here for?
Ho portato qualcosa per te.
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
Boh. Qualcosa che sia cliccabile. Non è una bruciata, non penso. Fuori una legna. Cassetta. Doc.
I brought you him. Him. Ho him. Him ho.
Doc, Sega e Emmett Brown. Diciamo Emmett Brown.
Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
Bellissimo,
It's me, Emmett.
Yes, Edna. It's me.
It is. It's October 13th, 1931. Oh, and you are Emmett. Emmett. How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming or... Well, stay there.
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
Ok. Ammazza.
Darling, you've come back. Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I
Sì.
Of course I have. What?
Una mammottina.
Schnookums.
Schnookums.
You're sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character. I insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's this?
Okay.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
effetti di Parker. Pure la registrazione del fiore. Edna.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off, you imbecile! If Parker hears that, he'll...
Oddio, Parker. Proprio lui.
Officer, I can explain. It was a trick. I was framed. Ah! He's after me! Ha!
Oh,
He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. Curses! I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes!
Yes?
Here what comes?
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh,
Il
come
viaggio
to
nel
think of it,
tempo?
how can I be
Di
expecting
quell'effetto
something
che fa
unexpected?
tutto,
Oh,
avete capito, l'effetto
what's going
bianco
on?
di luci.
Quick, Marty. We've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
Come possiamo fare l'effetto di luci? I cosi, i robi strani con il razionamento qua. Diciamo che è simile l'effetto con le luci così, Funziona.
The lights! I'm being transported!
Where?
Back! Back! To the past!
What do you see?
Hill Valley! But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather! Big
No,
as
no.
life!
Marshal James Strickland came
Ah,
to Hill Valley in
sceriffo.
1869.
Mi sta volendo.
I know, Doc. We met him in 1885. Remember?
No! I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter! I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I? Why am I thinking about the past? Get off my lawn, you kids!
Better find a way to bring back Marshal Strickland quick. We've got to bring this story to a climax.
Boh, aiuto. Aiutami, aiuto. E nelle presso l'arrivo del 19° secolo a vedere il nuovo suo nonno. Cosa aspettavi per Marshall Strickland? Nella finestra del frame. Il caso somiglierà di più al invece quando porterà un moscio e un cappello. Allora ci sta un moscio lì. Qua c'è un moscio. Spazzolone.
I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
Ci volevo mettere un moscio e un cappello al cactus. Questo dobbiamo fare. Non capito. E il cappello se l'ha arrivato Edna all'inizio, però non so dove l'ha messo, devo vedere che pazzo. Su qualche staccionata. Eccolo là. Cappello di Edna.
This hat doesn't frame her face very...
Inventario. Prendiamo il moscio e lo mettiamo al cactus.
It looks a bit like Grandfather now, but he would never have walked around bareheaded.
Ecco, infatti. Noi gli mettiamo il cappello.
Not bad.
Oh, Grandfather, how well you look. How
Sì,
well
sì.
everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic, to be sure, but all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept. And the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century. And I know the reason why.
What?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big, loud swaggering up the street. Lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard...
Pure grande. Tannen.
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look at him. Acting like a big shot. Throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up a
what?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
Un bar clandestino, un bar
This is the key to
una
our
bar
mystery.
come si può
We've got
chiamare.
to get her memory back in the groove.
Però come facciamo? Aiuti. Noi ci apposta il progetto queste due edifici di più bar clandestini. Non vuole infinire. Cerca un infinire in saloon. Tipo la metto lì sul coso, la porta. Questo è tipo un bagno, sì, gabinetto. Però dove lo trovo? In saloon, no entri. Tieni il saloon, avevo letto, dove? C'è scritto, ecco qua.
An old saloon sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt.
E ora lo mettiamo lì sul bagno. Tieni il saloon, gabinetto.
Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? Oh, he can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors.
Vabbè, ma bruciare
I
pure
don't know what
questa.
I'll do, but I'll do something.
No,
Something
brucia,
very
sicuro.
conclusive.
È il fuoco. Ci sta un camino qua, ce lo posso far vedere dopo.
I wonder what's cooking.
Cioè, non ha bruciato così tanti bar, guarda. Perché non bruciano nessuno anche nel XIX secolo, ha ragione. Finiamo solo con bastone infuocato. E andiamo a Edna.
Young man, you've just given me an idea. First, we'll need some kerosene.
Si prepara per bene.
Apply it liberally to the building site. No
Già
sense
di
in being
legno, ma come sceglie
parsimonious.
fuoco normalmente, però.
And now, watch.
Sì, watch. Wow, hai dato fuoco a un gabinetto, che bello.
Isn't it beautiful? The
Sì,
devil
sì.
handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness. Burn, you sucker, burn!
She was never this passionate when we were dating.
Oh,
What is it, Edna? Is it the fire?
turn away! Don't look!
Che?
It's not staying in the saloon, is it? It's spreading to the other buildings.
Praticamente lei ha bruciato, cioè lei poteva bruciare tante saloon, ma ha bruciato tutta la città per sbaglio, perché il fuoco si è esteso.
Because you can't stand to admit
Quando tu Minecraft bruci un'arma, la bruci l'intero bosco, per dire. Ok, ma quando è successo tutto ciò? Cioè, avevo capito il XIX secolo, però.
Here's the story. Black and white and
Non ci sarà dato magari qua.
Hill Valley destroyed by fire started approximately 2 a.m. July
17
17,
luglio
1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story, am I, Mr.
vabbè.
Sagan? You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to... You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in the Hayesville Herald. 2 months worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But don't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle.
Right. Much obliged.
Ok. messi? Va nel 1876? Non mi aspettavo che essere mandati tipo nel 1800, cioè mi ricordo, mo questa parte me la ricordavo, però non mi ricordavo. Ma se non mi sbaglio, tipo ci stanno tipo dei barili che devi fare tutta una cosa. Questa parte non so perché me la ricordo bene, perché da cercare dei tutorial, perché quando avevo tipo 9 anni non la sapevo fare, quindi la ricordo ancora.
Wonder where her DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. We gotta stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it.
Questo qui è il saloon. Tra l'altro il cartello è lo stesso. Insigne del saloon.
I think I liked it better on the outhouse door.
Vero. Pure card tunnel. No grazie, voglio entrare. Facciamoci sentire. Magari troviamo Ed. Ecco, l'ho detto. Guardate come brucia. Per spargere proprio come ha fatto vedere mentre metteva la benzina al successo.
Who's there?
Edna, stop. It's just me.
Mr. Sagan, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Miss Pickford.
Isn't it obvious? I'm putting an end to your den of iniquity before it starts.
I don't think so, Mary. I don't like shooting women, but no one comes between Beauregard B. Tannen and his livelihood.
Tannen, stop! If you shoot her, she'll drop the torch, and this whole place will burn up. Edna, stop! If you drop that torch, he'll shoot us.
Looks like we're at something of a standoff here, Mr. Tannen.
I don't see a way out unless somebody manages to disarm both of you at the same time.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
Beh, tipo allora. Io questa parte come... Ci tengo un po'. Io non mi ricordo quasi niente del gioco, cioè la maggior parte è così, però... Questa parte me la ricordo così bene. E mi ricordo soltanto che era nel 1800, questa cosa è bella. Non bisogna...
Pickle juice. That ought to be handy for
Prima prendersi i pali... Tipo li deve
It's too
battere.
heavy to lift.
Però non le battute. Come devo fare?
I wonder what's in these.
Anche le batte la seconda volta.
What the hell? Oh, cow crap. There goes all my pickled pig's feet.
Ora che le battute, cioè questo punto sta diventando un tutorial adesso questa parte, come farla. Dobbiamo mettere questi pesi, questi sacchi di sabbia, su questi montacarichi. 1 2 3 e adesso il quarto e anche l'ultimo mi pare. Ah no, questo qua è quello là.
It's right over his
Okay.
head, but I can't knock him out while Edna's still holding that torch.
Ora dobbiamo salire sul montacarichi.
Going down.
Looks like your torch is getting a little dim there, Miss Pickford.
It's still hot enough to bring down this little bit of Gomorrah.
Prendiamo questo sacco di sabbia, lo mettiamo qua.
All right, physics.
Ora muoviamo la corda. Il barile sta qui dove muove. Sì, così che muove il barile. Si blocca. Come lo famo? No, qua non mi ricordo.
100 years from now, he'll...
Col palo impedisce di destinazione. Premi di stella al testo pavimento dietro il bar.
He will erect a statue in my honor.
If you go through this, there won't be a
Stello dietro il bar. Ma qui c'è il bar. Il stello è questo tipo, tavola allentata qui. Così, perfetto.
Okay, that was lucky.
Won't be long now.
We'll just see.
Ora mi pare che torna sopra. Scala. E ora possiamo prendere il sacco di sabbia.
Come on.
Got any last words?
I'll see you in hell, Tannen.
You first, lady.
Come on,
Dai.
you son of a...
Bene. Ok, questo non me lo ricordavo.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the diversion, butthead.
Grande Doc.
Nice one, Doc.
Don't tell Clara. She thinks fisticuffs set a bad example for the boys.
Vabbè.
Now, where's Edna?
Doc, she's gone.
Andata. No, è stata presa la macchina.
Edna's DeLorean.
We gotta stop her before she hits 88 miles per hour. Come on!
Okay, Edna, nothing to be worried about. You're a smart woman with a strong moral compass. You just need to think your way out of it. Oh, fudge!
Ciao. Da parte pure più o meno me la ricordo. Tipo devi attaccare i occhi sulla DeLorean, però da piccolo era molto complicato prendere la mira perché per prendere una mira su qualcosa, quindi...
How are we gonna stop her?
Diciamo che al finale l'ho giocato così tante volte da piccolo che me lo ricordo quasi benissimo. Anche perché ci ho interessato un sacco perché non riuscivo a farlo. Quindi poi l'ho imparato a fare e non lo ricorderò mai.
How do they work?
I generally use them for maintenance purposes. We might be able to use them to sync up with the alternate DeLorean's diagnostic modules, thus making it possible to link both sets of time circuits and override the time destination of the alternate DeLorean. At least that's the theory, anyway.
That's a great plan, I think.
Best of all, we won't need to weld the modules to the frame. We'll just snap them over the diagnostic lights.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to go out there? How the heck am I supposed to do that?
Effetti.
Good question. Let me think. Aha!
Hoverboard.
A hoverboard.
Saved our hides a few times before, so it seemed
Beh, altre volte ce l'ha salvata tipo 50 volte in una Capitolo 2. In una Capitolo 13. Insomma. Salva sempre, quello basta.
You okay?
It's just like riding a bike.
Beh, in realtà più come andare in skateboard.
Ready, Doc.
1, 2, 3, jump! Nice form, buddy. How's the reception on the wireless?
Great. Where'd you get these?
From Bird's cache of 21st century video game consoles. Now remember, all you've got to do is attach the flushing modules to those diagnostic lights.
Will do, Doc.
Allora andiamo avanti. E attacchiamo i moduli di dirottamento. Mi pare che qua devi vedere tipo la mira.
I'll try, but it's getting a little bumpy out here.
Ecco. Allora. Beh. Ma non era difficile, perché non ci riuscivo? Ah, ok, quando l'ho detto. Non è che è poi così difficile, ecco. Perché non ci riuscivo, dai. Ora devo andare su quell'altro lato. Andiamo su quell'altro lato, passiamo per davanti. Che magari da quella portiera là ci può vedere. Di per sicurezza. Uso dell'auto. Però pure qua ci vede, mi sa. Sì. Attento. No. Che si fa? Vedo uno specchietto, vabbè. Mi sa che non sta troppo le andare davanti. Si è aperto Mr. Fusion. Però ci posso passare per qua, no?
Don't cross those flames, they may be radioactive.
How do you like crossing through normal flames?
Che faccio? Aiuti. Giriamo sulla finché fotografia. Nella sezione teggi cristalli. Ah, ok, quindi vediamo teggi cristalli davanti. Qui te giusta. No, Edna.
Can't talk to her from here.
Non volevo cliccare, te giussarlo. Dai, prendilo. Perfetto, preso. Inventario, te giustare. Chiudiamo Mr. Fusion. Arriva. Perfetto. Dopo aver acquistato questo piccolo problemino, mi sa che è meglio andare per di qua. Non ci vuole più vedere che quello specchietto rotto. Sì, perfetto. E attacchiamo questo qua.
She's been making it easy up till now?
Beh, la storia gira tutta attorno a Edna, se ci pensate. Cioè, è incredibile come cosa. No, te ci cristallo, avevo cliccato. Moduli di dirottamento.
Well, here goes nothing, Doc. Whoa.
Perfect. Now, aim the focusing towards the receiving dish on my DeLorean.
Receiving dish, check.
Vediamo. Da qua è un po' più complicato la prospettiva. Che volte sto capendo perché con un po' di difficoltà era piccolo. Però dai, me lo ricordavo molto più difficile comunque. Perfetto. Ora manca l'ultimo che sta là sopra la macchina. Qui mi ricordo come bisogna tipo fare in modo che non alziamo lo sportello. In modo strano. Quindi mo tipo devi parlare con Edna, quella si incazza tanto lo sportello e finisci sopra. Però come ci parlo? Da qua non posso cliccarsi, direi, andiamo avanti. Vediamo se mi fa cliccare. Edna. Ci parla? Sì.
Edna, what? Let me in.
You want in? Fine.
Ok, perfetto. No. Come devo fare? Devo parlare di nuovo?
Not really.
Edna. Tira la passeggera.
Window shut.
E chiude il finestrino.
What?
Pull over.
No.
E ora posso aprirla? Perfetto, ci siamo.
Excellent, Marty. Now that you're on top of the DeLorean, you can attach the focusing to the overhead focus emitter.
Great, Doc.
Inventario. Eccolo. Minitore di flusso.
Nicely done. Now, aim the sync toward the receiving dish.
Clicca. Al contrario, oddio. Vabbè, non penso che sia un po' difficile, dai. Perfetto. Ora poi faccio per ritornare perché è stato tutto storto. Dai. Perfetto. Grazie a chi della copyright alla live, davvero vi ringrazio. Vi adoro.
Now we take control of Edward's DeLorean with the flux synchronizers, and that's strange.
What?
According to these readings, the temporal cohesion of Edward's DeLorean is decaying at an alarming rate.
English, Doc.
We've got to get Edna home, now.
Ok. Quindi andiamo a migliorare. Si torna nel 1921.
Hold on!
Ora che abbiamo connesso le due macchine, quindi dal mio, ce la possiamo fare. Si viaggia. Ah, davanti alla stazione di polizia. Punta per essere arrestato dalla Parker. Benissimo. Caricamento. Il nostro carissimo flusso canalizzazione. Meglio. Qui nei momenti di caratterizzatura, come lo chiamavo Biff nel primo episodio. Vado Pensate che la serie è finita. Mancano tipo 5 minuti di cutscene più i crediti. Quindi salve Edna.
Parker? Then I must be back in... Would you be kind enough to tell me what day it is?
It's the day I place you under arrest for arson, resisting arrest, and being a general all-round pain in the ass.
No! You can't arrest me. Not now. I just got back from the last century.
Would you look at that? Edna Strickland, drunk as a skunk.
I'm not drunk, you reprobate. I'm a time traveler.
Sure you are. Oh, I'm loving this.
I'll prove it to you. Come with me. We can do the whole day over if you want. We can fix everything.
We can start by drying you out. Come on, into the station with you. You can bunk with me, doll.
I'd rather die. Stop it! Unhand me, you dolt!
Well, I guess that's it for Edna.
Yes, I suppose it is. You know, whoever said time heals all wounds didn't know squat about time travel.
What do we do about that, DeLorean?
No need to do a thing. Ever since we synced up the time circuits, the temporal breakdown in Edna's DeLorean has accelerated at an exponential rate. By my calculations, the timeline should catch up with it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
now.
What the hell? Hey, Parker, you're not gonna believe this.
See? What did I say? Ready to go home?
Wait, Doc, the timeline's not
In
finished
effetti,
yet. Look.
La nonna di Marty, modo Trix, si stava prendendo da Arthur, però non erano perché si...
Sonny, you missed all the fireworks at the expo.
Yeah, so I heard. Listen, I heard a rumor about you two.
I guess we gotta come clean. Ta-da! Artie took me to Reno last night.
Try to keep a secret in Hill Valley.
Well, you gonna congratulate us or what?
C'è un problema.
It's true. My grandma's married the wrong grandma. I'm done for.
Hey, are you feeling all right, kid? You don't look so hot.
You can't marry Artie.
Is this about my past with Kid? 'Cause Artie ain't holding that against me.
That's right, darling. The past is the past.
Yeah, but this
Giusto.
just isn't right.
Now, I know marrying a Canadian for a work permit isn't strictly by the book, but hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love.
Isn't he just the sweetest?
Sto scomparendo.
Can you see through me?
Nope, never could figure you out. I thought you'd be thrilled for us.
You don't understand. You're supposed to marry Sylvia Miskin.
But I did marry Sylvia Miskin.
What?
You didn't think my real name was Trixie Trotter, did ya?
Don't feel too bad. It was kind of a surprise to me, too.
Sì, che era una di
Wait a minute,
Marty.
your grandma Sylvie?
No, non ci credo.
Hey, how old do you think I am, kiddo?
But you're so skinny and blonde and... Huh.
You know,
it's
I
amazing
think
what
Oh
a
my
wife
God.
you as a
she'll do for
I've
ya.
seen you naked.
Vabbè.
You're
Questo è particolare.
Sylvia?
You okay, pal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Great. You kids go off and have yourself a wonderful honeymoon. And don't worry about your dad, Artie. I'm sure he'll come around.
Come around to what?
To approving your marriage. You seem kind of mad about it back at the high school.
Well, that was before I got a look at her. Besides, as my dear old father Seamus used to say, no sense in getting riled up over something I can't do nothing about. And honestly, now that I met her, I can't imagine a better daughter-in-law than the charming Miss Sylvia here.
Aw, thank you, Dad.
As for you, stranger, I'll thank you to not go poking your nose in McFly family business.
Beh, sapesse che lui è un McFly. O
It's been a
meglio,
pleasure
Sonny
eating
Crockett. Sonny Crockett dei nostri cuori.
See you in the funny paper, Sonny.
Goodbye, Grandma.
You know, I took some pictures of Trixie in 1930.
Hey, that's my grandma you're talking about.
Guardate con che faccia voi. Si ritorna nell'86, finalmente.
here we are, back in good old 1986.
May 14th?
15th. Best to build in a little lag time. Gives you a chance to catch up.
Looks like the estate sale is still going on. Hey, don't you want to stay, Doc? You got to stop the bank from selling off all your old stuff.
What are you talking about? Estate sale? Bank? I'm not dead, Marty. Claire and I are having a little garage sale, that's all.
Garage sale? You mean...
Marty, you're back from your trip. Hello, Doc. Selling off the family treasures, eh?
Not quite, but I hope you find something you like.
Speaking of which, did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I sure did.
Great! Hey, is that a box of Asimov?
Let me get this straight. Are you telling me you live here now? In 1986?
Well, naturally. Claire and I maintain a part-time residence here. Wasn't that the case when you left?
No.
Strange. I can't imagine not sticking around. After all, I've got my late father's foundation to supervise. If I wasn't here, who'd present the annual Earhart Brown Scholarship for Young Scientists? Something funny?
I'll explain it to you later.
I don't see what's so funny after a family legacy. Oh, almost forgot. I've got something for you. Happy graduation.
But that's not for another... The McFlys of Hill Valley.
An exhaustively detailed history of your family. From your great-great-grandfather Seamus to the present.
You traveled through time to write this?
Ancora tirato nato nel 1931, poi è stato incastrato da...
You traveled back in 31 to look for her.
Exactly. Who knew she was singing in a speakeasy under a stage name?
This is great, Doc. Thanks.
It's the least I can do for the man who saved me from making the worst mistake of my life.
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Brown!
Perché?
Edna?
Tiny!
What's going on? What are you doing with my dog?
The same thing I do, noon, silly man. Giving him such much needed exercise. Isn't that right, Einstein?
Hey, Dollface, it's time for our 3:30.
Coming, sweetie! Oh, Mr. McFly, have you seen my stepson anywhere?
Oh, Biff! I think you're late for an appointment.
Oh, gosh. You're right, Mr. McFly.
Hi, Marty. Don't they make a great little family? You'd never know they met in prison.
Sono scioccato proprio come loro in questo momento.
Let's just walk quietly into the lab and hope there are no more surprises.
Yeah.
Doc!
Marty, what are you doing here?
You gotta come with me. Back to the future.
Marty, you can't be here. If your younger self sees you, the consequences could be catastrophic.
My younger self? Oh, right. Bring him along, too. This concerns all of us.
What do you mean? Does something happen to us?
Do we turn into assholes or something?
Nah, we're fine. But our great-great-grandkids?
What the hell?
Great Scott.
Chi è questo?
Doc,
Un altro
you gotta
Marty.
come back with me. Don't listen to him, Doc. It's me you gotta help. If you want to save Jennifer and our 12 kids. What? That timeline was overwritten 5 jumps back.
Doc,
Jennifer's out of
how can there be two more of me here?
I have no idea. My own rights of space-time continuum should be tearing apart like a cheap dish rag right now.
It already is. What my evil twin and I are trying to say is the future is totally jacked up, and you gotta come with me to save it. No, me! So, we meet at
Un
last.
altro Marty.
You've altered my timeline once too often.
What's going on, Doc?
Well, we do seem to have a conundrum on our hands. Or 3.
Yeah, Doc, but which one is the real me?
Isn't it obvious, Marty? Come on.
Prepare to be erased. Doc, wait! What about the space-time continuum? Yeah, what about my future? And mine?
The future can wait. We've got a present to catch up with.
Where to, Doc?
Mr. McFly, thrill me.
Ed eccolo qui. E questo era Television The Game. Potete chiamarlo anche dal futuro 4. Spero che tra qualche giorno riuscirò a pubblicare tutti gli episodi più questi live insieme nel video. Se non mi esploderà meglio, visto che sarà un video bello lungo. Però sapete la mia community se uscirà. Chi devo dare questo gioco? Sinceramente è troppo bello. Si vede che è stato fatto dall'editore originale del film. Ed è giocato a futuro 4 semplicemente. Ci sono delle persone che ci hanno fatto letteralmente su YouTube dei video, diciamo senza commentare, che sono ancora più belli perché fanno sembrare davvero come se fosse un film. Anche se è un film bello lungo di più di 7 ore, ma è davvero una storia molto coinvolgente. È uno dei migliori giochi che ho mai giocato sicuramente. Non vi so dire se è il mio preferito, perché sono tanti di preferiti. GTA 5, Bully, ma anche GTA 4. Dobbiamo parlare di storia, perché è difficile The Game nel migliore. Però come gioco preferito non ne ho uno preciso. Il gioco niente da dire, è bellissimo. Solo che, come vedete, ci dovrà essere per difficile del 2, visto che finisce con queste parti che arrivano. Poi alla fine del game ci sta comunque per tutti i continui, quindi ci fa capire che ci dovrà essere un secondo, però il gioco è uscito nel 2010-2011, quindi più di 11-12 anni fa. E questo poi è un video che sinceramente esca. Dopo The Wolf Among Us 2, che è il nuovo gioco in tutte le game che uscirà, devono assolutamente regalare per il future The Game 2. Lo voglio troppo, ragazzi. Cioè, i 3 giochi che voglio di più. GTA 6, poi 2 e per il future The Game 2. Poi vogliamo parlare pure del backing time che devi dare. Cioè, avere il backing time che già. Ok, avere il copyright non è bello, però quindi se ne frega del copyright per il momento. L'importante per me è divertirmi. Che qualche video non mi esisterà quando lo mi iscritto, non mi importa. Incredibile. Eccolo che arriva, eccolo. To be continued. Lo spero davvero. Ragazzi, per questa live è tutto. Abbiamo finito Back to the Future The Game. Sono davvero felicissimo di averlo finalmente finito. Purtroppo non ho potuto leggere la chat. Spero che vi siate divertiti. Mi dispiace non averla potuto leggere, non è colpa mia. Purtroppo non posso leggerla mentre gioco. Non è possibile perché OBS è basso. E per questa live da Mr. Piace è tutto. Ci vediamo con un prossimo video o una prossima live. Ciao!